Front Porch Artist. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cool pop art watermelon. You're going to start with the watermelon shaped piece of paper that you got in your kit. Turn it over so that you're working on the other side, not the side with the tape on it. The tape is just to give it a little bit of sturdiness. And you're going to start with your red paint. In your kit, you got a dauber like this. You can also use bubble wrap if you have any around. The directions refer to bubble wrap, but you can just use the red here. Before you start though, you may want to make a line where you want the rind of your watermelon to go. I protected my surface with brown paper. Unfortunately, it's the same color as this brown paper, so I'm going to hold this up and show you away from it. You're just going to make a line down here if you want to. That's just to help you put your paint down. It doesn't have to be anything perfect or fancy. It just looks like a big smile there, and that's what I did, just as a guide. But again, you don't have to do that. So I'm going to show you with the dauber. This is called a paint dauber. And your paint is in a pot, and you can just reach it in there and get it, or you can dump it out onto some protective paper, or sometimes I use like the plastic lid of a yogurt container for my paint. But and then you just put this in the middle like this. You don't have to cover the whole thing. This is just so that you don't have to cover every little tiny spot with your fabric triangles. And you can go over the line a little bit, it's fine. And this is just a quick thing. You want it to go on pretty light because we want to get onto the fun part of gluing on the fabric. But it's a warm day today and this will dry quickly. Dab, 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 dab. And again, I'm going to leave some spots because we're definitely going to be gluing down fabric squares. All right, and then I'm done with this. Wash this out at some point and then you can use it again for another project. All right, next I'm going to move on and start on the rind of the watermelon. And you have squares of green fabrics and some paper to do that with. So you're just going to use your glue stick, and you're going to be pretty generous with your glue stick because fabric is pretty heavy. And you can just wind it up there and get it so that you can see it on there. Just like the paint, it doesn't have to cover every little tiny piece of the paper, but I'm gonna just lay it down. And I like it so that the pieces, I don't have two of the same next to each other, but you might like it that way. And you are the artist, so you can choose how you want it to look. And in this example of pop art, we are making a watermelon, and it lends itself to the colors of a real watermelon. It has a reddish, or a real watermelon is often pinkish on the inside, and a green rind, but it's not really realistic. I have never seen a watermelon with a rind like this, or as red as the middle of this one, but we're just kind of suggesting that it looks real, and it makes it look really fun and artistic. Well, there we go. Our paint is all washable, so if you get some on you or your glue stick, that works out fine. So that I would just continue that all the way around. All right, next, because this is still a little bit dry, I'm going to put the glue on the back of the fabric and press it down so I don't have a painty mess. But if yours is all the way dry, you can glue right on the watermelon too. So I'm going to do that and just start putting this wherever I want it. And then once again, I'm going to try not to get two pieces that are exactly the same next to each other, but it's totally up to you. And there's a straight edge up here at the top. You can see as I pull it away. And so I'm just trying to get the straight edges of the fabric against that. But you can also always trim anything off with kid scissors when you're done. Now these polka dot pieces actually have a peel off back, but you might need to add a little glue because some of that was getting kind of dried out. So we just have a whole bunch of fun colors here. And you can use all of them that came in your kit or just a few. You can put it down and come back to it later if you want to. You can add some of your scrap papers or Even if you have red marker or crayon, you're welcome to add that to it. This is your project. But we're just sticking with these insides being red and variations of red and white. Oops, I have sticky fingers. So we've got some paper and some fabric. It's really a fun way to look around and see what you can find. You can even find pages of like a magazine or a catalog that maybe came in the mail and you're just going to put in recycling. Look for a page with a lot of red on it. And some artists do whole pictures using recycled pages like that and put together art of it. And you could use a red page, cut it up and put some on your watermelon. Okay, this is not peeling very well, so I'm going to move on. Feel free to do the same if you get frustrated. There's a bunch of glue down. Let's cover that up. All right, so you can see my watermelon is starting to come together. Now this one has more on it, but you can see this is all paint. This is paint in here. And you can see the fabric squares. So you can take a little while and do that, but I am not going to make you watch the entire process. Now, the fun part when you're all done is put glue on the back of your watermelon seeds. And then you're gonna put those down. I like them spaced out. Most of the watermelon we eat in our house does not have seeds in it anymore. It's seedless. It makes it a lot easier to eat, but these are so cute. I hope you have fun doing this project and it dries really quickly. And then you can hang it up and have some fun summer pop art.